Okay, today I want to discuss a little bit about cells and their form and their function. And in order to discuss that, I've gone ahead and gotten four images here of four different kinds of cells, and I'm going to discuss how each one of these is a representative of form and function in cells. I'll start with the first one. It's a red blood cell. If you notice, this red blood cell is nice and round, versus some of you have probably heard of a sickle cell for people that have that blood disorder, where the cells are actually shaped like a sickle, which is where they would get caught onto each other and cause clots. The red blood cell is shaped for its function in the fact that because it is round, the red blood cells can bounce off of each other and not get clotted in the arteries. Um, Something else about the red blood cell that you can use to discuss form and function is the idea that when the red blood cell matures, it loses its nucleus, so it has more room to do its job, which is the function part of that, which is to carry oxygen to your cells. And we all know that if you do not get oxygen to your tissue, that tissue can die. This next image here shows three muscle cells that are together. What you can't see in this picture is there's actually on the sides of these little teeth-like structures, hair-like teeth-like structures that have the ability to grab onto each other to contract. And we all know that when you have an outstretched bicep, as you flex that muscle, the muscle contracts and gets shorter and shorter and shorter. Well, in order to do that, these cells would have to grab onto one another and contract. So what you see here would actually become much shorter than what it is. Um, Down here in the corner, I have a picture of what are called guard cells. These are the cells that are right here. Um, they guard the hole that's on the bottom side of a leaf that's called stomata. And this, we're going to learn about that later. But this hole here is the stomata. And what the stomata does is it allows water vapor and oxygen to leave the plant, and it allows carbon dioxide to come into the plant. There are certain times where that plant, especially during a drought or dry time, might not want to lose any water vapor. And so these guard cells that you see here, they inflate with water, and when they inflate with water, they puff up and allow the stomata, which is that hole, to be open, kind of like opening your mouth for gases to be exchanged. But if you did not want to have gases being exchanged, you could get the water through osmosis to leave these guard cells, and that would make this hole, the stomata, would make it shut. So in times of dire conditions, no water vapor would be lost. Last, and I think one of the best examples of form and function is a nerve cell. A nerve has these tentacle-like structures called dendrites that have the ability to communicate with other nerve cells that are just like it by either chemical or electrical transmission through the ends of these dendrites. And that's a perfect example of form and function where this cell is actually shaped to do its job, and that would be to communicate. So what we're going to do with this is I have a microview that is called Cells of Your Body, and I'm going to have you look at those 8 different cells that are on that brochure, and you will answer some questions about that.